Hello, students. These are the instructions for the Periodic Law Periodic Table project. What is so enjoyable about this exercise is it will truly prove to you all that you've learned about the periodic table, and it will give you the experience of stepping into the shoes of Dmitri Mendeleev in designing the periodic table. First thing I would do is undo the staple and separate out the instruction page from the template from the individual coded elements. This is ultimately what you will turn in. Through the clues and information that you're given within these blocks, we're going to diagnose what true elements these all are representing, cut these out, and then paste them on this periodic table. Let me move out a little bit. So, if we see, we are exploring the elements that are in the S block and the P block. The D elements are not within the table. So this kind of darkened line is separating the first from second and the 13th. So it's as if we took the whole D block out. So it is up to us, through the clues and information that we're given in these element blocks, to figure out, okay, is G really hydrogen, or is it carbon, or is it fluorine, or is it phosphorus? Then ultimately cutting this out and then pasting it where it really belongs, filling in the other information in the box that may be missing. All right. First thing that I would do is, with pencil or pen, actually write in what element these really are. So I would say, hydrogen is here, and then we of course have lithium, and then beryllium, and sodium, magnesium, potassium, calcium. This is going to be rubidium, strontium, cesium, and barium. All right. And then remember, the D block is gone, so this would be boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, and then here we have helium, argon, chlorine, sulfur, phosphorus, and so on, and so on, and so on. All right. That may help in identifying these. That's the first thing I would do, and then go from there. All right. So, where would we start? I would start, honestly, with this bit of information. All right. These clues really, really help us. Now, the following sets of elements belong together in groups. A's, Z, R, and D. P, S, I, and F. So, we know these are all either group 1 or group 2, or group 3, or 4, and so on and so on. You're not going to necessarily be given clues about every single element. However, whenever you are given something that identifies, for example, Z as an alkali metal, well then you know that R and D are also alkali metals. So this is really, really important. All right, well, let's jump into the first clue. J has an atomic number 3 times that of T. Well, J and T, I don't know anything about J or anything about T, much more yet. That doesn't help. I need more information, so I'm going to come back to this. Oh, U has a total of 6 electrons. Of course, we're assuming that these are neutral elements. So, 6 electrons, ding, 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 that would be carbon. So we know that U is carbon. All right. So if we take a look at what we're asked to complete, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that U is carbon. All right. U is the code letter. The actual symbol is C. The atomic number is 6. I'm given the density, I'm given the atomic radius, and the melting point. Well, I need to put the phase that I encounter that at room temperature. Your book has that information. We're going to put S for solid, L for liquid, G for gas. So this is set. If you wanted, you could cut this out and then paste it here, or wait till you have some more information. One other thing that we're asked is for the charge. All right, carbon, remember this is our staircase. You're free to put that here if that'll help. And we know carbon has 4 valence electrons. It's a nonmetal, so it will be gaining to reach its octet. So the charge that we would put for it is -4. All right. Now, U is a member of this family. So if I go back here, then I know that G and N, I know carbon, so G and N or N and G. So I'm going to go and look at G and also N. Now, what do I know about my elements? Well, I know as I go down a group, atomic radius increases. So I have G and I have N. Carbon is 0.077. I'm not sure if these are angstroms or picometers. I bet angstroms. Anyway, picometers probably. Anyway, 0.077. Next, 0.117 would be next in increasing size, and then this. So I know then that N is silicon, and I know that G is germanium. All right, so now I fill in the rest of the information. As far as the atomic number, germanium is 32. It is a solid at room temperature and pressure, and it will also, it will also act as a nonmetal. Oh, what am I saying? A metal. And it has 4 valence, so we would predict it to lose the 4. Silicon, that will behave because it's to the right of the staircase as nonmetal. So it will be a -4, just like carbon. And its atomic number is 14. Silicon is also a solid at room temperature pressure. So I've already identified 3, and then I'll place them when I'm ready. Then you'll just go through the rest, using the clues, using the information within the blocks. Now the clues are all for these elements. So what about the alphas? The alphas are the elements that, of course, have the code letter of alpha. But if we notice, you were given these charges where you were not of the lettered code letters. You can use these to place where they belong. For example, you know where the +1 will be. You know where the -1 will be. You know where the 0 will be. So you can place them based upon charge, and then you know the trend of size. So you're going to match as best as you can, going down and also going across, based upon the other information that you're given. So you're not given clues about these. You use atomic radius, maybe melting point, to help identify, complete, and then fill in where they go. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do give this a good effort. This will really confirm that you know a lot about the periodic table. It's easy to ask someone to take a picture of theirs and share it with you. So please, do this on your own. Just try your very best. You should easily be able to identify these. These may be a little tricky. I just want you to give it your best shot. Best of luck.